Okay guys, so I'm Olivia. Sorry I sound really crusty today. I'm actually sick with a sinus infection, but I am going to do a step-by-step tutorial of what I normally do for like a full face of makeup. And then I'm also going to use Jeffree Star's Conspiracy palette because it is so gorgeous, and I was able to get my hands on it when I went to the Mall of America over the weekend. And what I'm gonna do is and what I do is I just look at that and that I take a little bit and I just start getting on and then go back and I it. Okay. Just gonna and then I do it. Anyways, I think I found that it's just pretty. But this foundation is just my favorite. And it's always for me and always like stays. Yeah, I'm gonna hide this always on please. And I always got my hair from different shades of stuff because we're gonna even color your neck and color your face. Alright. Now I use for someone, so I was like, all these concealers, so amazing, and I just want. So I'm gonna do this in spots that like smiling. So I was doing her eyes, and I get really dark. So I use my chin and the nose, and also going to use the look. This is some spots, and then I got in, ready for it, and then I just kind of down there, and hold it in. I think I'm gonna start with like a nice nude shade out of these colors. I'm gonna start off with Tannicon, which is right here. And kind of just buff it in. Okay, this is like a beautiful like transition shade. God, I love this palette. Again, we're kind of just like buffing it in, and it's like in our crease. Just want to make sure that it's all blended. And then I'm going into a shade a little darker. It's called Diet Root Beer. I don't put much. I'm not putting that much on my brush. And oh my god, the pigment is just crazy. Okay, in the comment section, tell me one of your favorite palettes. Because I love makeup. And then, now, since we have that all in, okay, I have decided, finally, that I'm going to go in with, oh my Jesus, Flaming Hot, this gorgeous bright red, and I'm also going in with a smaller brush. This has like barely any fallout, and that is making me so happy. I'm gonna kind of go in like right here. Wow. Wow. So beautiful. We're going into it again just because I want to pack this on kind of a lot. And we're kind of just like buffing it out with these like swaying motions. This is just has a lot of pigment. I'm like kind of surprised. I'm not surprised because it's Jeffree, but it's good. Okay. Now we're gonna go in on the other side. And then this is not fully blended. I just want to get it on both sides first. And kind of go from there. God, I sound like Darth Vader. And I'm kind of like blending it until like the middle of my eyebrow, if you're looking at it that way. Okay, now I think I kind of want to buff it out with cheese dust right here with the little pig. It's kind of like a neon orange, and I'm using the same brush just to kind of buff it out and put that in my inner corner. Going back in, and then I'm kind of dragging the red into the orange. I just want to make sure it's all cohesive. So now I'm going back in with Flaming Hot, and I'm kind of re-putting that there. And I'm doing the same over here. So I'm kind of just blending the red partially in my crease and like kind of dragging it out till there. And now we're gonna do the same over here. Ha da da do 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 do. And then above, I'm gonna take Tannicon again, just because I don't want this look to be super bright, and then kind of blend that out up there. Because right now, my eyes be looking bright. And then I want more orange too, so we're gonna kind of pack some of the cheese dust on. It's honestly such a cute name. Like with the little pig. Okay. And then I want to, I think, do kind of a cut crease. Or just add sparkles over that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Just a Theory, which is this kind of champagne-y, sparkly color, and pop that on. So with these sparkly colors, I tend to like to use this brush. I know it's not really meant for that, but works for me. Okay. I'm going to do this in my mirror just because I want to get it right. And essentially, I'm just like painting this over almost the orange. So it looks like an orangey sparkle. Oh wow, I really like, this is beautiful. Now we're gonna do it to our other eye. That's kind of what it looks like. This palette is just packed full of pigment. The only thing, like, is that I'm gonna kind of, like, when it meets in the middle, I'm gonna add some orange and red just to kind of blend it, because I don't like how it harshly, like, it looks like it harshly ends. So I'm gonna go back in with Flaming Hot, kind of re-put that here. And then I'm gonna go back in with Cheese Dust. And then kind of, and then I also, sometimes using your finger, I've heard you're not supposed to do that, but I mean, it kind of works for me. And then I'm also gonna dip my finger in Just a Theory. And just kind of do that. Okay. Now we go to the under eye. Okay, so this is just like a Tarte brush. It's a part of their mermaid collection, and I love using it when I create looks and kind of do an under eye. Sometimes I don't do under eyes, but for this I want to. I want to kind of create an ombre between the red. So I'm just kind of taking this red, kind of dusting it underneath here, taking Cheese Dust, and I'm going to kind of put it over a little bit of red. Okay, so what I did, was I put the red and then I put the orange up until here, and then I wanted to kind of darken this part. So what I did was I dipped into my rides here, very little of it because it's very pigmented, and kind of like brushing it underneath my under eye. And it's been working. So now we're going to do our other eye. Okay, so what I did then was, after I added the black here, I thought it would be kind of a good idea to add just a little bit in my crease, just to kind of match the bottom and kind of darken it up a little bit. So that's what I did. Now that this is almost finished, I'm going to add kind of just the little things before I forget to, and then I'm going to contour, add blush, do the rest of the little stuff. So up here we want to highlight our brow bone, so I'm going to go back with that same color. It's called Just a Theory, the same one that I used over here, and kind of just add it. Make sure you wipe your brushes before you use a new shade, because sometimes people forget. Sometimes I forget because I'm stupid, but whatever. Do the same over here, and it just highlights it. Kind of adds a little bit of pizzazz because it's fun. And then I add some on my inner corner, like that. Then we're gonna do the same over here. And just because I can't do eyeliner on camera, I'm gonna do it off camera and then come back. Okay, so I went ahead and I did my eyeliner, and then I also put on some fake lashes. I just can't do that on video. It's just harder for me, so I'll just go through like what I did. So I used the Too Faced Better Than Sex eyeliner. It's like one of my favorites. It always works well for me. And I kind of just did like a cat eye, and then I also went down through here just for fun because I wanted to, and I think it looks kind of cool. And then after that, what I did was I curled my lashes, and then I used the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, just a little bit to prep my eyelashes for the fake eyelashes. Then after that, I used tweezers, and then used these ones, the Katy Perry Lashes by Eyler. They're like the Oh Honey ones, and then it came with the glue in it, which always works well for me. So I just use a little bit, put it on the line, and then I kind of let it set for like 30 seconds. And then I just put it right on top of my real eyelashes, and then I kind of blend them together by going back in with the Milk Makeup Mascara. And it kind of blends it together just to make it look cohesive and that everything's the same color. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a contour, highlight, blush, that kind of stuff. Okay, so I kind of said this before, I'm not much of one to do like a heavy contour because I just don't like that. So sometimes I use like a darker, like brownish orange blush, and I can get away with contouring with that. And then I also use this tapered brush from e.l.f. Sometimes like e.l.f. has really good brushes. And then I'm using the Urban Decay Afterglow. It's a blush. It's an 8-hour powder blush, and it's in the shade Satisfy. It's kind of in like a brownish orange shade. Just kind of dipping that in a little bit, and then I do this. Kind of do a little bit. And then I kind of do a little bit on my forehead and go down from there, because I have a really big forehead. I guess it just runs in my genetics. And then we do a little bit down here. I'm gonna go in with what I normally do. I take this blender, and then I kind of just, oh my god, this partially spilled on my pants. We're loving life today. Okay. Then I dip it in. Sometimes you need to go in a few times like that. And then I just kind of do this. I'm sorry, I just really don't want this to spill everywhere. Okay, this like smells good too. It smells like baby powder. We put it there. And then we put it underneath here. And again, sometimes I go in with a few layers. I always do that because I like my nose to be like matte, because my nose is the thing that's like really the most oily, I would say. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up. Okay, so I let it set for like a few minutes. Yeah, that's just what I do. And then I'm going in with this other Tarte Mermaid brush that was a part of this collection, and I just kind of just swipe it away. Pretty simple. I always do like my under eye last. I don't know why, I just do. So now we're just gonna whoop. And I always use like this kind of swooping motion. And that always works for me. Honestly, makeup is so fun. There's so much stuff to do with it. Okay, so now that's done, we're gonna move on to highlighter. I use the one that I've seen Jeffree Star use. It's the Morphe M310. It's like a fan brush, and I'm going to go into, this is one of my favorite highlighter palettes. It's the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Foil. It's just, look at how beautiful these are. They're so just gorgeous. And then I'm going into, I think it's Chills. And then, you can't see it on here, but I can see it on here in my mirror. And it looks gorgeous. And then I do a little bit on my nose. Then I go a little bit over my lips. And then I just love a good highlight. And then I do a little bit up here, just cause. I mean, why not? And then we're gonna go into our lips. So, this is my look today. If you guys like it, just let me know. I'm gonna put everything that I use down below. Just let me know how you like this look. Anyways, have a good day, and I had a lot of fun doing this.